Listen guys, if you're looking for a stacked NBA 2K19 account, an account with a high overall, maxed out badges, and everything you could want, hit up my boy Sports TMB. The link to his Twitter will be in the description, man. Tell him that I sent you and he will hook you up. Ladies and gentlemen, how is everybody doing today, man? Can I just take a second and just say thank you to you guys? I feel like I don't say thank you enough. I gotta thank you guys. Whether this is the first video you've watched or you've watched every single video I've ever posted, man, I gotta say thank you, because you watching this video is helping me and you're supporting me, and I really appreciate that, man. I can't say that enough, man. Thank you. Comment down below you're welcome, because you guys deserve this thank you. All right, but anyways, we're on the twos, point forward, lockdown. It's one of the funnest lineups to run on. Honestly, I'm having a lot of fun running this lineup, and we're playing against two post scorers. One of them was Elite 3, the other one was like Elite 2 or Elite 1. I don't know, two elite post scorers, all right? Hesitation, get to the basket, but it was funny because I do this all the time, but I never see anybody else do this, all right? And I'm talking about there's a way to guard these post scorers. Now, if you watch basketball, you know about pulling the chair. It's like a veteran play. It's crafty, you know, people call it crafty. Oh, he's a veteran play, you know? But in the game, honestly, it's a decent way to get a stop on a post, especially if you're not like a lockdown or a center. Like, you're gonna struggle to stop a post scorer. Like, if I'm on my stretch, I do this all the time. You see, get to the basket, body him up, strong finish. We get the green on the layup. Now, you're gonna see it in this gameplay, and then after the gameplay, I'm gonna break it down for you guys, just in case. I'm like a little tutorial on how to do it, in case you guys don't know how. It's honestly really simple, but I'm gonna show it to you guys so at least you understand. But we get to the basket, and the momentum behind the back there. He gets a little bit of a contest, I guess. I feel like I should have made that layup, but we can't get it to go. So obviously it's two post scorers. So one's gonna spot up and the other one's gonna post up. Like, you know that's coming. They're not gonna run pick and roll or anything like that. So you see right here, stop him early on and then pull the chair and make him lose the ball. Okay, listen, that just happened to work first try. It's not always going to work on the first try, okay? And I'm gonna break that down for you afterwards. But you see, we drop both defenders here, kick it to the corner, lockdown with the green, moonwalking out of bounds like always. So, like I said, it's not going to work all the time, but, you know, you do it a couple times, you can get, there's a few different animations you could get that'll get you to stop. But it is really good, like, especially if you're not, a big man or you're not a lockdown, it's tough to get stops like on post scores. Like, they're one of the best, you know, they're one of the best builds in the game. But I kick it a lockdown in the corner, he can't knock it down, so it's 9-2. So now we're back to having to deal with these dudes down low. So that post scorer gets a layup. Now you're gonna see here, like, I'm gonna try to do it again, but you're gonna see what happens. Like, lockdown comes on a double team, like kind of a double team, obviously. Like, he's hedging it, and then watch this animation, pluck, and that's just a lockdown animation. Like, I think you could get it on another build, but for the most part, like, only lockdowns are gonna be able to pluck it like that. Like how he just came over and just boop, give me that. You know what I mean? Like, that's a lockdown animation. So it's always good to have a lock on your team, obviously. But again, hesitation, that's too much space in the corner. Moonwalk out of bounds. 12-4. So dealing with post scorers, man, obviously they're very overpowered. Like, I don't want to say overpowered, but they do what they're supposed to do. Like, they're in the post, they're strong, they're great they're called post scorers, so obviously they're good at scoring in the post. But, like, there are a few ways to stop it, and that pull the chair that I used right there is one of them. But you see here, throw it back to me. This is why it's fun for me to play on this type of lineup, because it's just ISO ball. Like, it's just on me. Like, I gotta create stuff, Euro step, get to the basket. I gotta create the offense, whether it means like this game I'm scoring or the next gameplay where I'm passing. Like, I gotta create everything. So it's like the responsibilities on the offensive responsibilities on me. Obviously, defensively, it's always going to be team effort. See behind the back, get to the basket, left hand layup. That's green. 18-4. Thing about the post is, like, offensively they're really good, but defensively, at least perimeter defense, they're way too slow. Like, you see, he's kind of just playing back, hands up. Like, he's really snatch, get his ankles, pull up. That's green. Like, they're just too slow to really keep up with ball handlers. Like, they can use their size, obviously, because most of them are like between 7 foot and 7'3", so they have the height, but they're the slowest build in the game. Next gameplay, sharpshooting shot creator, Elite 3, and a pure glass cleaner, Elite 3, and he's a Ruffles winner. I was gonna put, like, you know, like, oh, Ruffles winner, you know, whatever, but to me, it's like these events aren't even, like, if you win the event, like, it doesn't really mean anything anymore. Like,
I feel like back in like 2K17, it was really like, you know, the best players would win like Mountain Dew and all that. But it was also like, did you get enough games to win Mountain Dew? But like all the better, more clouded players would win. But it's not that way anymore. Like you see a lot of YouTubers don't even play events because it's become like a nerd. Like I don't want to say nerd because that's like, it's a nerd fest, bro. Like these dudes are just hacking and delaying and everything. I'm not saying this dude did. I have no idea who this guy is, but I'm just saying in general, like people are holding servers, delaying courts and all that. So like winning an event, it really doesn't mean much anymore. So it's like, I'm not going to put like Ruffles winner exposed in the title because does it really mean anything? That I'm not talking shit about this guy. I'm just saying like in general, like, okay, you won Ruffles, but like we don't know how you won it. Like you could have just been like delaying everybody or like holding the server so nobody else could even play. It's just a whole bunch of like stuff that is not even intended to be, but it ended up being that way this year for events. And they did a good job putting like a ton of events in the game, but it doesn't even matter because we can't even play it and enjoy it. So it is what it is. But anyways, back to the gameplay. It's 8-0. This sharpshooting shot career already got his freaking takeover. So we're in trouble. Lockdown gets a poke ball loose, but he can't come up with the ball. So this dude has his takeover, and he's got a glass cleaner down there horsing for him. So we got to find a way to get the ball back, probably with a steal, you would think. Like, this is when you're like, all right, we got to be in the passing lanes. You know, if he ends up doing like a hesitation or something, we got to spam X, try to get the steal. And boom, there it is. Lockdown, fighting for the ball. We end up coming up with it. So now it's like, all right, we got to be patient. I'm going to hesitate. I'm going to get to the lane. Now, you see, like last game, I was saying, like, I was in scorer mode because they weren't really helping. Well, this game, you see right there, I probably should have passed that because the glass cleaner collapsed down. So it's like, okay, right there, I realized, like, all right, it seems like they're going to be helping a lot. So I'm like, all right, that's a dot. If they're gonna hedge to me, then I gotta go into passer mode, playmaker mode, just, you know, Chris Paul status, like penetrate, kick out, get locked down, open looks. He gets a nice drive right there and kills that glass cleaner. Again, glass cleaners are slow, but they have that size, they have the wingspan and all that. So we could expose that speed advantage too, just like we did last game against the post scorers. But also the advantage is this guy guarding me is very small compared to me, obviously being 6'10". You know, you see he's starting to hold B, and I'm noticing that. So I'm like, if he's gonna hold B, see Euro step, and I miss it. Grab the rebound. If he's going to be holding B, then it's going to be a rim run fest, 100%. Like, because people hold B, obviously they don't want to get their ankles broken. But if you're going to be holding B, then you could just speed boost right past them. So it's like you got to find a balance and time it right for once they hold B, that's a rim run every time. But 8-8, just like that, we tie it back up. Like I said, just in passer mode right there, kicking the Hall of Fame. If you know, if he's open, then obviously I trust that he's going to make the shot, especially off Hall of Fame dimer. Drive in. Honestly, that was great defense. I'm gonna kind of set a screen with, like, use that LT cheese one play right there where you, like, you screen the defender with your body, shield them off with the ball, hit Hall of Fame on a cut. Now remember I was saying like we could exploit the speed advantage like that we have over the glass cleaner. Well, check this out. So like I drive in, they both hedge, I throw it the lockdown, check it. First step, too fast, let them jump, lay it in, right? Like use that speed on these bigger players. Like obviously they have the height, the size, the strength, but if you can utilize your speed advantage on them, like if you jab step and do all that, also like on the cuts and stuff, if they, you know, you catch them ball watching, they're not gonna be able to catch up to you on the cut. So I'm like, you know what, no, go corner, ISO this out. I'm like, you know what, throw it to him, jab step, boom. Like I said, kill him with the speed. Use the speed to your advantage, at least for a couple buckets, you know what I mean? Then like he feels like he's got to back up, which then gives you like me, I can pass it to lockdown, he can shoot it like easier because the glass cleaner is playing back farther. You see, like I said, he held B, boom, that's a rim run every time. As soon as you see him start to hold B, just do a rhythm dribble and speed boost out of it. Boom, you get to the basket every single time, especially if you're going against a smaller player. Like he looks like he's about 6'5", maybe 6'4". So if he holds B, that's a rim run every time. Boom, he holds B, momentum behind the back, right past him, right to the rack, 18-8. Like, they don't want to get broken, right? Like, I don't know, they have this thing like, oh, we don't want to get broke. Okay, well, as soon as you see that, like I said, it's just a rim run every time. Hesitate, blow by, kick to the corner, moonwalk out of bounds. Like always, green up, lockdown. That's ball game. Like I said, this game was a passer, 5 assists. Lockdown with a big 15 points carrying the scoring load. But anyways, now check this out. I'm gonna break it down for you guys. If you already know how to do this and you're gonna dip out, I appreciate you watching the video, man. But for those of you that I'm assuming, I was gonna get a lot of comments about how to do this. You see, post pull chair. Move the left stick away from the post ball handler. then quickly release while being back down. So basically, as they back into you, push the left stick in the same direction that they're pushing, like, you know what I mean, like towards the basket. And honestly, look, if you hit Y or triangle, you go into options, there's this whole 2KU tips. You got controls, tips, shooting, defense, like all these different things. Honestly, it's actually like, it seems like stupid or whatever, but it is actually a lot of like little things about the game that a lot of people don't even know. If you go in there, you could see like specific little controls that you can use. But anyway, see here, there's a bunch of different animations. So like as he backs into you, basically you don't have to just do it one time. Like I'm just constantly tapping the left stick away from him, like, so basically towards the rim, because he's trying to back down to the rim, obviously, no matter where he is. I just keep like tapping the left stick, like tap, tap, tap. And then as he pushes into you, you see like that animation, he loses the ball. But not every animation he's going to lose the ball. So you have to be careful. Like sometimes you're going to give up like inside position because you're going to pull the chair, but he's not going to lose the ball like he does in this video, in this clip here. Like the next clip, watch, he's not going to lose it. So by pulling the chair, like he ends up getting like deeper post position just because I tried to pull the chair. So it's not going to work 100% of the time. Like it just so happened in the gameplay I showed you guys in the stage, it worked first try, but it's not going to work every time. Like you see here again, like I pulled a chair. Now by doing this, he ends up getting right under the basket. So like you might give up a couple buckets, but in 2-on-2, 3-on-3, you're gonna have a help defender. So sometimes you could pull the chair and it makes him actually go into another defender, and it causes like, you know, it causes havoc. So it is a really effective way to stop post scorers, especially if you're not like a glass cleaner or another center or a lockdown or something like that. Like if, you know, like I'm a point forward, it's gonna be tough for me to stop a post. So I just try to pull the chair a lot because eventually I feel like I'm gonna get a stop. But anyways, drop a like, subscribe if you guys are new. Hope this helped you guys out. And I'm out.